was Joseph spelled Joseph, right?
It's Joseph spelt Iosef.
iOS.
Blimey, Latin style.
IOSEFF. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool, excellent. And it's his version of the family crest that he's made himself when he achieved that rank.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a hero point. Yay. Thank you, Mert.
You're welcome. That was only the one. It was only the one, GM. I didn't do a second.
Well, I know it was.
What was it for?
Because I was worried that your goblin's not going to make it to be old. Because there's
that
old goblins and there's bold goblins, and you very rarely get any old and bold goblins. So concern.
And it was Paracount. You said that was his rank.
Paracount, yeah. Paracount is the rank.
Newly promoted, parachuted in.
Effectively, yeah. He's a Paracount with a parachute. Yes.
Excellent.
Slowly
Just
defending
taking notes.
democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Warning: democracy descending.
I'm just going to do a thing that I should have done before we started.
And what's that?
Sheath the weapons I said I'm not apparently carrying.
Yeah.
You're just standing there holding them all.
Mm-hmm.
A good point, yeah. My weapons are still out.
Luckily, it didn't pop in chat like it does in other games.
That's correct, yeah. Not always there. Right, I'm going to move that blasted party thing up and out of the way as much as I can.
Just put it at the top of the chat. That
Yeah,
way,
that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. That way, it's just all.
It's blocking old news instead of.
I mean, if I could be really good, I'd figure out a way of getting completely off the screen, but it doesn't seem to want to do that, so it is what it is.
Just make it as small as possible and shove it in a corner.
It was bold.
There you go. It's up there and it's out of the way. Right. Okay. None of you happen to have astronomy lore, do you?
That is a good
I have
question.
to
Let me
check
look.
now.
Stone carving, modern stone carving, and ancient stone carving.
I have location lore, just not this location.
Yeah, not so good, that one. Not so good.
Mm-hmm. It was necessary.
Okay.
For RPG reasons, chat.
I don't. I only have one lore skill, which is academia.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then it's only one of you that kind of spots a little bit of an extra sort of twist to this. I just need to figure out which one. It's going to be Lucius. No, it's not. It's going to be.
Olaf.
It is. It's fifth three. With the best nature skill. There's something about the design on the heraldry that reminds you of the night sky, but you can't quite place why. You do find yourself, unfortunately, a little bit stuck. The gate itself is 10 foot high. As I said, it can easily be climbed. The only downside you're starting to wonder about is if you happen to slip and fall, there are a number of spikes on the top of this gate. It could get painful if you really, really mess it up. Yes, there's lots of things added, Monk, on request.
I just wanted to tell the other players without interrupting your flow. That's
no, it's fine.
Failed, obviously.
The other option is that with a bit of effort, you could hack your way through, or potentially just use a little bit of brute force to force the gate open.
I'm taking a look around the fence line. This is it as per the map where there's like wooded sections around this grounds?
Yes.
I imagine it's overgrown.
Taking a look along the fence line to the right hand side, then there's trees crossing this fence line. How solid are those trees looking?
I mean, they've been left alone for a number of years, so they are very solid. If you wanted to try and use those as an aid to climb, I would allow for it to sort of adjust the difficulty of the climb.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
you're
in full play meal.
So-
I'm going to attempt
Hang
to
on.
force the gate.
Is it locked, the gate? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not locked. It's just bound together by the vines that are sort of wrapped around it.
Okay. So we could cut the vines off. Just
You could, absolutely. Cutting the vines would be perfectly fine. Lucius, however,
I'm gonna
taking
duck out-
matters...
dive out the way then.
matters into your own hand. Explain the process that you're going through to do this.
After, again, looking around, realizing the rest of you are quite svelte and could probably climb fairly well, and a good observation by Temnus about the trees. Yeah, it's not going to happen. He just basically does a little bit of a rattling motion on the gate, goes, puts his shoulder to it, and with just one solid bump, just shoulders it.
Yep. And it is actually with considerable ease. The vines are not particularly thick or, overly sort of wrapped to the point where they've grown around the bars. And with a little bit of a push, you just slowly but surely hear that slight snapping noise as each little bit strains and stretches. And after kind of like just putting that weight in and leaning it down, there is an almighty screech as one of the gates finally breaks itself free and the rusted hinges swing open. And you...
I imagine it's a very unpleasant noise.
It is a horrendous noise, utterly awful. It is old metal with lots of rust, just grinding itself open.
Good
Delicious.
job, Shiny Britches. Why not announce our approach?
It's an abandoned homestead where no one survives. I don't think it really matters whether they hear us coming or not.
You don't know.
Neither do you.
I don't survive this long with you making loud noises like that.
Well, as long as I'm the one making the loud noises, you shouldn't have anything to be worried about.
Humph.
Hum. Oh dear.
I believe that was a salty haranth.
It did seem to be, didn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
Did.
As you push open the gate, you start to see a lot more of this grounds. There is a pathway that's still visible to a certain extent, but it is overgrown and not just a little bit. There is encroachment of the grass and everything else, but it is still very visible that there is a walkway that used to exist along this route. You can't completely remove the stone that was here and everything else. To the north, the pathway appears to split after a small copse of trees. There is a route that goes to the east that seems to curl itself and lap around the manor's side. And then to the west, just looking from where you are, you can see it seems to dip down towards some sort of ornamental pond. Although the state of that pond you're not entirely sure of at the moment. In addition to that, there is a clear process from that sort of crossroads, that split, which leads to the front of the main building itself. One thing that you do notice as you step yourself into this space is there appear to be a number of very odd-looking birds perched in various places, sporadic at from what you can tell, but they are very almost... When you look at a flock of birds that are like a bunch of ravens or something like that, you kind of get lost in... They all look the same. They all seem to be identical. Even though there's not a flock of them, these seem to be very identical. You don't notice a lot of difference in them. They all seem very similar.
Are any of you skilled in tracking?
Hello, somebody's rolling dice.
Where's he gone?
Tempest just does not like the look of this, and it's just unbeknownst. Well, with a 28 on stealth, has just slipped off to the bushes, just to the left of the gate.
I mean, to be brutally honest with you, with a 28 in stealth, you pass. You almost crit succeed everybody's passive perception. Nobody knows where the hell you've gone. You just disappear.
He's buggered off.
Certain amount of lack of trust and loud noises, is like, and these birds is like, oh no, not a good idea. Tempest, make a very nice space over here. Yes.
So, after
Yes,
finding
Fidget's
yourself the
gonna
trees to
stink off
hide
too.
behind and all the rest of it, you've cleared off into the growths.
Yep.
Where do people want to head?
I
Any
would like to
ideas?
flank the party wherever they go.
Okay, so you're out to one side.
Forgive me for asking so impertinently, but I don't suppose you mind if I take charge? Since
Sure.
one of our members has
bridges.
left, or the other one seems to be skulking, and the only person who's bothered to hang around is you, my lady. Do you have any objections?
No objections. I'm going to use you as a shield.
Excellent. It's something I'm very proficient with. Stay close. I'm going to draw both sword and shield, just in case. And then slowly make my way towards this area.
Okay, towards the crossroads and the copse of trees. Perfectly sensible. As you progress towards the copse of trees and sort of have a closer look around, what you
I'm
kind of
going
notice,
to
as I say, these
draw my
birds
weapon.
are sort of sat up there. The noises around here, yeah, drawing a weapon is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
The noises around here, there's nothing overly peculiar about it, other than the fact that you've noticed that the sound of the birds, what you'd expect, certainly with something this big, certainly with this many trees, is a cacophony of bird noises, a cacophony of different things like that sort of buzzing, going around. You can only hear one set of bird noises. You're pretty certain it's these ones that you're looking at. There is no mix of bird animals or, different types of bird around here. It seems to be just these guys. You do, however, get the sense of other sorts of animals. There is movement in the bushes at the side of you, which end up being sort of beetles or mice or things like that bouncing around.
Or Tempest.
Yeah, or tenders. Yeah. But very, very little of the sort of the other noises you would expect to hear. As you progress, further forward towards this copse, what you do notice is that in the centre of the crossroads, at least one or two trees have collapsed, and there are various sorts of bits of rot going on. These trees have obviously come down quite some time ago. And it doesn't take too long for Temvus to spot that there is something wrong about this.
That musical cue was fucking perfect.
About how the trees have fallen, or about the trees themselves, or
The rotten trees on the floor. As you start to get closer and you spot Lucius and Fithri moving forwards, you, with your eyesight, your clearer eyesight, spot that the rotten sections of the bark seem to undulate and move as a large number of creatures seem to shift and wander through the sections of the bark. And just as you are prepping to say something to your group, as people sort of step into that tree line of that copse, the wood and bark bursts off of the fallen trees, and 2 large swarms of centipedes start barreling over
Goody.
the rotten wood. We are going to go to a new screen. We are going to activate a small map that we've got just here, which includes that central copse and that central area. Yeah, people can shift themselves to where they would believe they are in terms of setting yourselves up to get to this place. As 2
Yeah, that worked.
swarms of creatures begin to emerge out of this section of wood. We are going to be rolling for initiative for all of you guys. I have added you to a combat tracker. You'll either see that there's an option of rolling above the top of the screen with the combat carousel, or you can go to the normal pane to roll for this. We're going to put a little bit of something more dynamic and a little bit more combat-orientated music into the game. I'd like everybody, please, to roll your initiatives. Thank you very much.
GM.
Yes.
Normally with Pathfinder, you often have things like scouting or searching or stealthing.
Now, there's a reason why I haven't done it, and I do know that you said that you would be scouting, but there is an effect on somebody called an Overwatch field, which I believe is fidget, which automatically gives everybody the +2 circumstance bonus to initiative rolls. So you are already gaining that bonus. Now, as far as I'm aware as well, it should be automatic, as in Foundry itself should be adding it if you are close enough to him. If you're not close enough to him, then by all means, Merc, count your scouting in your roll, because you did say to me that you were scouting.
I think
I think he might be just out where he's currently stood.
Well, yeah, the token is majority, but he might be just out, yeah.
Yeah.
I will...
Okay. So,
Bad
we've
roll
got
on
everybody's
that.
initiative, apart from
Nearly.
Tembis. Okay. So...
Oh, that could have been a beautiful thing.
So...
You have a +11. Holy shit, man.
You know what? I'm going to use one of my hero points. I'm going to use one of my hero points and redo that one.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Why not?
You can re-roll. I believe I have to set it up so you can re-roll. So let me... In fact, no. If you right-click on your token in the thing, you should be able to set it. And I'm going to turn down this combat music because it's really loud.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you can turn it down.
Basically, if you right-click on the chat entry, the stealth roll you just did, you should have the option to re-roll with hero point.
Yep.
Ah, okay. So I don't need to manually do that, so that's okay. Put that there, right-click, re-roll, and keep the new result.
And you rolled the same.
Oh, Jesus. Fine. The universe has decided.
Yep.
The
You're
dice
rolling a
have
2 on
decided,
that.
yeah.
Okay, so with any hope, those people that are in our chat watching us, you should be able to see that there is a combat tracker at the top of the screen for you, so you guys can follow on what people have rolled. It's not showing any of the creatures at the moment because it doesn't until it's their turn. And guess what?
That's a nice. Oh, it beat us.
So the first centipede swarm is going to action itself now. The swarm itself has a 30-foot movement speed. It's also got a climb speed, so it's going to care very, very little for the wood and everything that's in the middle there. You guys wouldn't care either because you're bigger than them, but they're going to go for it.
I can see one of them is targeting me.
What was that?
I'm pretty sure one is targeting me, unless that symbol means something else.
That symbol, that little
That's your
circle
Overwatch
symbol,
aura.
or is it the black thing that's going around you?
black thing that's going around me.
That means you're next.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
a little
I'll take
marker
one.
that just shows who is next.
That's lovely.
If you notice, the current existing one has the same thing going around it, but it's got a red glow as well, just
Yeah.
to say that they're the current active.
I was worried it was targeting me, that's all. And I thought I was slinking by the side.
Now then, 30 foot, it ain't going to actually be able
Oh.
to get to anybody. Which is probably a good thing.
Oh no, what a shame.
So what they're going to do is
Yeah.
use 2 actions. And they're going to slide their
No.
way over the top of you two. And
I really don't like
as-
this combat.
As they come over and start to bite, go over you, you start to feel them biting. So swarms work slightly different to normal creatures. They do not make attack rolls. Effectively, so long as they are on the space that another creature is on, they automatically do some damage. However, you do get a reflex saving throw to attempt to reduce some of that damage. It is a basic reflex save. So that would be for Lucius and for Fithry.
Is it free or filthy?
I mean, both.
Fair enough. The goblin will now refer to you as filthy.
Yeah,
My
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Reflex.
Reflex saving throw, please.
And this
Alright.
doesn't have any effects like fear or anything like that on it. It's just a standard bitey.
This is just a standard bitey. However, if you do take damage from it, you have a bad feeling there might be something else that happens as well.
Yeah. It's just because of my aura. I was just curious if it had a fear effect.
Ignore that, sorry.
No, it's not a fear effect, I'm afraid.
Right, ignore that, sorry. That was an accidental roll. Oh,
Okay.
God. Hero point.
Well, I mean, so we've got a natural 1 for Lucius, and we've got a
Yeah,
fail as
no.
things stand. Okay, those now,
There we go.
with a hero point and a hero point, are both successful saves. But it is only a success, so you are going to take half of this damage that's coming out now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's getting the bad rules out the way first, boys.
So you both take 3 points of damage as these things bite into you. I'm not going to do anything else, but I then also need you to make fortitude saving throws, please.
Ah,
Mhm.
this isn't good. Fortitude. Yeah, no.
Okay, Lucius,
it's
you
my
are
answer.
fine. You shrug off whatever this thing is. However, Fithry, you feel something surge through your system as the bites go in. You will take an additional 5 points of poison damage. And
Ooh.
because it's only a failure at this point, but it is a poison, you are also off guard.
Okay. So I'm taking the damage, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me just add. Let's see if that's worked. What's going on? No, I didn't.
You
mean to
just
do that.
deleted the monster.
No, I haven't. It's back. Don't worry.
Okay.
It'll be back.
was
Nothing
gonna say.
happened.
I clicked on something that was on the screen that shouldn't have been. So I'll add that back in, and we'll set.
Might it have been because I was targeting it?
No, it's something that I did. Don't worry about it. It is
Okay.
absolutely something that I did. It was on.
It was
Right,
before me
initiative.
at 20
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it's all
22.
sorted. It's all sorted.
Learning curve, people. Learning curve.
Yeah, it's Sage.
Are you enjoying it so far?
doing
Jack?
that? Did it again. Did it again. Right.
It's
let's
22
reset that.
initiative. Yeah.
Yeah. It is important. We'll get that right. There you go. And that makes it, because that is all of its actions, that will make
It's
it
just got loud again.
Fidget's turn. I know. I'm going to drop that. There we go. Okay.
Swelling
So-
battle
Right.
music's lovely, but
But
Ow.
it is getting a bit loud, yeah. And for whatever reason, the global controls are not working very well.
So, with it being a swarm creature and a large swarm compared
Yep.
to us, do I single target the swarm and hope to hit one
So-
or some of them?
You single target the swarm,
Okay.
and what then happens after that is that there may well be some adjustments that are made depending on what damage you do. But you do just
Okay.
target it like a normal creature.
I shall take my double-barreled musket off my back,
Mm-hmm.
take aim along its sights, and use 2 barrels if I can.
Okay. Yep.
I think it uses 2 barrels automatically.
Concern from this side of the target.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe by using the double barrel action, what you end up with is
But it only
potential
gives
for
me a
extra damage.
1 button for strike.
So
yes, because the double barrel action's only on the damage.
yes,
Okay, fine. Then I shall roll for attack.
it was teetering for a second there. So that does hit the creature. You do hit the area of the creature. So what you need to do is, at the moment, I believe, if you look at the weapon, if you hover over damage, it's doing 1d6 plus 1. I believe double barrel gives you something ridiculous. Increases the dice step by 1.
Mm.
So what you need to do in order to change that is, I think if you click damage, it
I
should give
have.
you a box that pops open, and you can then
It
change
does.
the dice value by 1. So up it to a
Totally
D8.
Legit Boyo has just followed the channel.
Hello
Not
there.
very
Thank you very much
easily.
for the follow.
Do you want me to come and have a look?
Yes, sure, let's do that.
1 second.
We have a handy situation where I'm in the same house as Harold.
Yes, it does allow for some monks bouncing around. It's pretty useful.
Is it just remove the singular expertise circumstance, you reckon?
So you've hit it. Base damage 1d6. Not this.
Yeah, I think it.
Oh, an
it-
ad. Just in time for an ad.
Yeah, there is some ads, so that will help most people that are here.
Change its damage to
Not.
Who's been
Obvious,
rolling the
is it?
worst tonight?
Oh, there it is.
So
D8.
far,
Mm.
probably Fidget.
on
Oh, Merc,
Bludgeoning, 'cause it's competitive,
Merc
yeah.
has had 2 2s for his initiative, yeah,
I've
but he
had
did have
triple
a...
twos.
Oh, that's an extra.
That's adding. Okay, toggle that one off. Do us a favor just for now anyway. Just press the damage button and see what happens.
Roll a d6. So,
Yeah.
I think the other option, there we go, you've gained a point for Merc.
A hero point has been awarded to Merc.
Hey, thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
They're going around, they're giving that...
Oh,
a
I'm
whole
on
lot
for
of them.
Fidget.
A hero
Good,
point has
man.
been
Legit,
awarded to
we know it.
Fidget.
Amazing.
I
Thanks,
told
legit.
him to come watch the stream.
Oh, good.
And Merc, there you go.
We're
there's
just
an
trying to
extra one
work
for
out
you.
gunslinger now.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out how
should have
to
done
get
this
a
a
double
day
barrel
before,
shotgun to
maybe,
work as a...
but-
Well, yes. How to make a hand cannon work, a double-barreled musket work as a double-barreled musket
If you
on
just press the damage button in here, what is it?
on here.
Damage doesn't give you the option.
I mean, my
That's pretty
temptation would
annoying.
be normally if you press something like
That's a fatal.
shift and click on damage, it gives you the option of changing things. No, it's just rolled it straight off. Okay, that's fair enough.
Do you want to delete that one because it's got the same roll?
Both of them, try shift clicking on the damage in the chat.
I can't
I mean,
delete them.
The other thing you can do easily, it's Foundry VTT, and we're using the Pathfinder version 3
Just
UI.
automatically just give me the option.
if you really are struggling, guys, the one thing you can do is I've got the dice tray at the bottom. You could just
I
click
could just
on a
roll
D8
the D8.
and +1.
Yeah.
And just do it
Yeah, we'll have
nice
to
and
do that.
simple that way. It's quick, and we can faff with it another time.
But you only
As it
apply the
happens,
damage.
it's 3 points of
once.
damage again. Right, you fire off this. Oh, I've moved Fidget. Let me, for goodness sake. All right,
Where
I'm
have I
gonna
gone? Oh, I'm under
do
filthy
some
now.
stuff.
Oh.
No, it's not. You're
He's
not under
lucky.
there. Something else has happened. Give me a moment. I'm going to get rid of that because it's annoying me. I'm going to move that back
Wasn't
over
high, legit.
there. I'm going to go. I need to just go and get a token back for Fidget, who was there. And I need to add him back into the combat. And I need to set your initiative, which was 20. Okay. Do you have
yes.
any more actions left, Fidget?
That was one action to fire.
Drawing was one.
Drawing was one. Fair enough.
Firing is another one. And I believe because you fired double barrel, you're going to have to double reload.
Does
I'm going to use my
Fidget not
last
have quick
action.
draw?
No, I do. But I didn't use it.
True.
But I also have covered reload, so I'm gonna take cover and reload.
Yep, fair enough then. So you go into
Which is
cover,
that
you
one.
reload. Yep. That will only reload one barrel, but that's
As expected.
as expected.
No.
Okay. Under which circumstances the next person to act is Fithry.
Does that mean
Am I
I'm
able
I'm
to-
hidden now? Sorry.
It does make you hidden, yes.